of all, let me tell you something. Lamont is just full of
Sometimes my mama said, you know, when you don't have nothing nice to say, you should be quiet.
People say that Stephen A. is a coon. You agree with that? Everybody got quiet on that one? Okay, Lamont, go ahead.
Rudy Giuliani practices voodoo. So he put a voodoo hex on my girl, Hillary, and that's why she got woozy.
Yo.
And the Secret Service had to prop her up and put her in the van.
But take us to a break, my dude.
It was voodoo, son.
I don't know about that voodoo.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Three Black Guys with a Mic. Yes, welcome to Three Black Guys with a Mic, the podcast where politics and pop culture, politics meet pop culture and hip hop, debate style. I got it, Lamont. There it is. I got it. Spud is in the building along with Lamont Hayes and my man MJ Scales. Welcome to another Monday. Shout out to everybody who has joined us live on Facebook, everybody who has joined us live on YouTube. Thank you so very much. If you are live with us on YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. The subscribe button. And also hit the bell as well, so that way you can be notified when we get brand new episodes. Also, if you're on Facebook, hit the thumbs up button. Share this right now with your friends, with your family, with your tribe, with your people, with your community. Let them know we are live right now on, and we're about to talk about the DNC. We got to talk about, black women. We got to talk about the black vote. There's a lot that's been happening. Let's go and, recap the DNC real quick before we go into that. Make sure you head over to RuggedEVO.com. That's RuggedEVO.com. Fellas, if you are looking to get your beard game together, ladies, if you want for your man, this is a true story. My wife has been saying to me, baby, you smell amazing. She said to me yesterday, do you got on cologne? And I don't wear cologne. I don't wear cologne at all. But she was like, you got on cologne? I said, no, I don't got a cologne. She was like, are you sure? I said, yeah, I don't got no cologne on. I said, it might be that brand new Rugged EVO and Rugged Evolution soap I've been, putting on my skin. So, ladies, if you want for your man to smell good, RuggedEVO.com. Fellas, if you want that fresh good, RuggedEVO.com. 10% off your order when you put in the promo code 3guys-001. That's 3guys-001. Lamont, the DNC, what were your takes? What were your thoughts? How did you feel? Are you ready to go to the polls? Are you energetic? Are you fired up and ready to go?
Well, first, I apologize. I keep looking at my phone because Jared Falwell Jr. is texting us or texting me, and he wants to go on the podcast.
My man is wild out. My man is, and I don't know why I gave him the cactus 2 weeks ago. I don't know why he wouldn't know smoke over here.
So I know we got to talk about the DNC, but, Jerry, after being naked on the Instagram and with his belly out, showing his little belly button, okay, let's get back to DNC. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not the target right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like me being energized or me being, hyped up. Okay, no, that's not for me. That's, we all know that I've made my decision on who I'm voting for.
Who you
we all
voting
know
for,
that I'm
Lamont?
on the roll in terms of. I'm sorry?
Who you voting for?
I got to go with Uncle Joe.
We're just, we want to be clear these days.
Yeah, wait. Now, the jury's still out, but Uncle Joe may not be good for my household financially, so no different than Barack Obama was. I actually voted against my own personal interest voting for Barack twice. But that's a whole other story, you know what I mean? We can get to that, but, I for a minute, I kind of got excited with the whole, and I don't know if it's Kamala. I want to make sure I say it correctly. Kamala. What am I supposed to call her? You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to call her, the girl from the Bay. Can we just do that and keep it moving? I get it. I saw the 24-hour excitement from her and blah, blah, blah. But, it could have been, and I might have said this before, but, I wanted Susan. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt Susan was going to bring a level of quiet but deadly. And Kamala's is going to be loud and deadly. That's it. And that's fine. You still get deadly. So that's all we need. So But did it help those undecided? I don't know. I think he was talking to his own cheerleading base, and that's about it. I mean, you still got a lot of people out here, man, they still going with the Trumpster, bro. They still going with his squad, and we have to figure out how do you slice a piece of that pie off of or a piece of cake, a little sliver of that to make sure we okay. To me, that's
man, what were your thoughts?
You know what? In some respect, I got to say a few things that I agree with Lamont. I'm not the target. I long had said I was voting for Joe. It was good to see Joe's speech. I thought that was great. I think the Kamala, it's Kamala. It's just say the word comma, like the thing in the sentence, and then say la, Kamala. I thought her speech was great. The only thing I'm disappointed in is that I felt like Michelle Obama was too early in the to me, Michelle Obama is a closer. If you put Michelle Obama like she's the one introducing them, it's a wrap. Like her speech, and in the past how she's been able to convey her message, she's amazing. But Barack's speech was, dead on. Barack hit that thing out the park as well. So I was pleased. I was very pleased.
How'd you guys like the whole virtual thing?
I feel like, look, we understand where we are. I feel like with the virtual thing, low key, I don't feel like we needed to have 3-4 days. Like we could have wrapped this thing up in like a day, in 2 days maybe. But hey, they did their thing. It is what it is. I'm ready. I'm fired up and ready to go.
Yeah, when Eva Longoria came out, I was like, Eva Longoria, that was not the opening, you know what I'm saying, that I needed. I didn't feel, energized. I didn't feel excited, I didn't feel, enthused. And again, maybe to like, your point, I wasn't the target. I thought Michelle did great. I thought, Barack did good. Kamala was cool. Oh, is it Mamala or is it Kamala?
Kamala.
It's Mamala. Is that what the step kids call her?
So where do we come up with the Kamala? Is it like when they call him Farrakhan? Is it kind of like the same thing with Farrakhan?
Her name is Kamala.
It's Kamala. It's Mamala, I think. Anyways, so what's up with AOC and the Bernie Sanders nomination? I'm like, come on, AOC. Like, I get it. I understand what you was trying to prove a point, but wrong place, wrong time, baby girl.
Yeah, I think so too. I think AOC is she's smarter than she's smarter than she needs to be sometimes. Like, she's super dope. I appreciate the congresswoman from the district in New York. She's a beautiful woman as well. She's very smart. Wrong place,
which you
wrong
said
time.
already.
Yeah, but what does beauty have to do with it, Maynard? I feel
I'm just
like
saying
kinda, what do you mean she's beautiful?
She's a
I don't
beautiful
understand
woman.
that.
She's a very good woman.
But why did you have to insert that? What if she was like butt ugly? Like, what does that matter?
Then I would just go with her other traits.
That feels kind of.
I said she's very smart. She's super talented. She's the congresswoman.
Why did you insert beauty? I'm feeling
because
that's
it's
on the verge
a true
of sexual
statement.
harassment of some sort, man.
It's a true statement. She is beautiful. I'm just stating the obvious.
Okay, the obvious. Again, why did she decide to go with Bernie Sanders right then and there?
She's too smart. Lamont knows. Lamont, you voted for her, right? She your district.
Actually, she's not. I'm in New Jersey. Let's keep it 1,000. That's across the bridge. You know what I'm saying? But I think what she was doing is that, you know how on ESPN, everybody wants to get the highlight? I think she wanted some highlights, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she wanted a little tape?
Yeah. She wants some tape, you know what I mean? That they can use for later on. Because at the end of the day, this is still, I think, an ego-driven environment, which I think politics has always been. And she needed to feed her ego. You know what I'm saying? There was no need for it. It didn't make sense. But again, that's where, like Maynard said, this is where we are. But my thing with the DNC and the RNC, which we need to bleed into that really quickly, because I think Maynard said this is where we are, but the RNC boys, they're going to put some people in the room. That might not be thousands upon thousands, but they're not playing that we're going to sit at home behind a computer game. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, I mean, a lot of money has been lost. A lot of hotel rooms didn't get going. A lot of ladies of the evening didn't get paid. You know, convention time is popping out here. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but here's the problem though. He's moving this thing from city to city, right? So normally a convention come in and they take over a city for like 7 days, really, right? Because you got the pre, building everything up. Then you got people showing up for the little parties that are going on right before, and then you got the 3-4 days, and then you got a day or two to clean up. He's moving from city to city. They supposed to be coming from different places almost every other night. And
but he's still dropping a bag in those cities where he's going.
They're not dropping a bag. They're not dropping a bag.
He's dropping a little bit of a bag. I mean, people have to work.
Lamont, they're not dropping a bag. The reason why I say that is because they ain't going to be able to, like today's thing that Trump did was like 190 people in there.
Yeah, but listen what I'm trying to tell you.
That ain't going to be enough money.
Wait. You just said it. Before the president comes to town, Secret Service got to get there a day beforehand, right? Somebody got to feed them. Somebody got to make up their bed, right? So somebody's working. Somebody has to clean up. Somebody has to put down the chairs. So there is some sort of commerce. And again, it might not be a big bag, Maynard, but him moving around doing things city to city, some people are being put
around as a bag.
Let me say this.
Him moving around as a bag by itself.
When the cities bid on these things in advance, right? So let's take Atlanta going after the Olympics, 20, 30 years ago. They went and built all this other infrastructure to be there, expecting that they were going to get $1 billion payoff. So when when Charlotte went after the RNC, they started, I'm sure that they already were like, oh, we building a new hotel. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do some other things. That they're not going to get to the capacity. And so really at the end of it, they're going to lose. And if last year, Spud, correct me if I'm wrong, if I sold radio and in week 36, I made $10,000, and then the next year in week 36, I made $6,000, some people would say, oh, you made $6,000. We would look at it as we lost $4,000.
Yeah, but see, that's again, Esmeralda is making up a couple beds, man, in which you could be sitting at home doing nothing. That's all I'm saying.
What'd you call her?
Esmeralda.
That's mad wild racist, yo.
No, my guy, I'm gonna keep
That's
it a
mad racist.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. The hotel I just was in.
Yeah, but I thought black people couldn't be racist.
Right, and Maynard,
you can be racist. That was wild, mad, flagrant, racist.
The Hotep said black people can't be racist.
They wrong. They wrong. Lamont, that was racist.
Well, the lady that cleaned up my room where I was a week ago, her name was Esmeralda, and she was mad cool. You know what I'm saying? Got me whatever I needed.
What city were you in?
Shout to Esmeralda. You know what I'm saying?
What city were you in?
I was in Detroit.
Huh?
Well, actually, I was in Birmingham. I'm sorry. I was at the Townsend.
You was at Behan? You was in Behan?
Yeah, Michigan, yes. Not Alabama. No disrespect, but in Michigan.
Right. Oh, confirmation. Danielle says racist AF.
But her name really was Esmeralda.
I know, but we talking about Charlotte. You saying that Esmeralda's out here traveling? Man, my dude. Let me call somebody about you.
All right, let's move on to the black vote. So Ice Cube is, on his agenda for the contract for Black America, which I agree with, Ice Cube. I'm on that train. And he went on the rant basically saying that we saw the DNC, we're going to see the RNC this week, and that nobody in the DNC, not one person said anything about what they are going to do for black folks. Are we going to get something this time other than a vice president who has black in her?
Well, we don't know if she has black in her. Technically, she doesn't.
Hold on. What do you mean technically?
Can we get a drum roll? I'm trying to hit. Can we get a rim shot? I'm trying to hit these. Yeah.
I'm very surprised that you didn't say anything about, what I'm saying. He has a white husband. She has a white husband.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all already know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying?
You got a problem? She has a white husband?
I didn't say I had a problem. I said you all know how I feel.
How do you feel?
I mean, people love who they want to love. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't say that about what's my man's name? You didn't say that about what's the TV boy's name, Maynard?
Byron Allen.
Byron Allen. And his white wife.
No, that was Maynard. Maynard's on the Byron Allen hating train.
No, you said he Byron Allen had a white wife. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't have that in the comment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get back to it. Maynard, the black vote.
So let's talk about it for a second. No. Unfortunately, I think there's some inaccuracy. Look, you have to go with what the platform says. And the platform, the Democratic platform for 2020 clearly addresses racial inequity in healthcare, in housing, et cetera, all those kinds of economic factors. It clearly identifies other issues regarding race, for instance, job opportunities and the like. So they also ending poverty, which is not necessarily a black problem, but blacks do happen to be a large portion of the impoverished people, and violence against women, and an epidemic, the epidemic of gun violence.
Some copy points to read tonight.
I'm reading the platform.
He's getting so deep and so educated. I'm like, huh?
Well, Joe, I know that's your man. I didn't know if he emailed you some, some copy points.
Right.
I'm reading the platform. The platform says it, and that's what they stated. This is what we about. So that's what they said. Now here's the thing. Do we hold them to it? Right? Because here's the challenge this is what happens. Barack Obama runs for president. Black people get all excited. They come all out. I'll be going to vote. And then give it to me, Spud. Give me one more. Oh, Jesus. Then what happened?
It'd be like, I'm sorry to cut you off. It'd be like when I went to the Million Man March and they had Martin Luther King flyers for the after party. And they got flyers. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know what? Right, I'm seeing Roderick's comment. He stole my thunder. He's correct. We voted for Barack. Then the midterms came and we didn't show up. And then that you know what I'm saying? We can't ask Barack to build a house and then they take away the tools.
Let me ask you a question. What do you want to see for Black America, Maynard?
Well, I think to me, the first thing I want to see is the ability to have agency over my person. I am tired of white people trying to have control over me, control over black people. All these people out here who are telling black people, you can't do this job because I don't trust you. And even though your shirt says FedEx and the truck says FedEx, we had a lot of robberies in the community, so I'm not going to let you deliver your... Like, yo, you know what? Back up. I think there's going to be a scenario where there's discussion of reparations or economic empowerment / something. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how to make that work, but something like that has to be discussed. It has to be put forward and executed. So I ain't say we need to talk about it. I ain't say just put it forward. I said it has to be executed.
So you're saying that you want you want to see reparations and something that has agency over your person. Can you define that a little bit so that way, we're all on the same page?
We've seen this.
What I think I hear you saying is that black people are just as equal as white people in corporations, jobs, so forth and so on, correct?
So when I say agency, I mean, I don't want there to be a scenario where people assume that they should control black people. And that happens too often when all these instances where we see a black person trying to take a nap somewhere or be at college or be in any of these places, and somebody got to step up and say,
I'm in the park watching birds. I'm a bird watcher.
Right, exactly.
You feel like you got something to say. And
Payne is right. I want to discuss the closing of the financial gap, and I think that is a handful of things. Part of which could be reparations. Also, how can we get the Lilly Ledbetter Act? Because I think that will really the closing of the wealth gap really is if we could just get as many people who are at poverty twice the poverty level. So if poverty is $16,000 for the sake of argument, I don't know, we can get those people to go from $16,000 to $32,000 without the poverty level, in fact, coming up with them. That's going to close the wealth gap faster than anything.
Did you hear any of that during the DNC?
Well, I didn't watch every minute. I do know that there was a great discussion on eliminating poverty. I do know that the platform discusses basically the Lilly Ledbetter Act and erasing some of those economic hurdles that create challenges for black people, like inequities in housing programs and mortgages, et cetera, redlining, all those things.
Lamont, did you hear anything during the DNC that you want for Black America?
Well, how come I don't get the same question Maynard gets? I mean, is it because he has a master's degree?
What do you want to see for Black America? And then essentially, did you hear that during the DNC?
Well, first of all, no, because from what I want for Black America is, and I'm stealing off the rip, I think Black Americans need to understand real group economics. And it doesn't have to be on a master's degree level. I think once we understand that and we move in that fashion, and we also understand that to a certain degree, the national platform level is just not as important as it is the local level. Because I think if we controlled more locally, then that will in turn determine how things go from a national perspective. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like I can't worry about what they're doing in Kentucky, even though I should with Mitch McConnell, because I got to worry about Jersey. But at the end of the day, if the people in Kentucky is wilding and they allowing Mitch to keep doing what he's doing, then yeah, we all messed up. So we need the people in Kentucky. Shout to Katrina, Street Angels, that checks in with the podcast sometime when they rock it down there in Louisville. It's like, yo, they on point, but they got to get homeboy under control, just like up this way. And what we doing? We got a few little issues, but we worrying about that. I think at the end of the day is instead of us getting all excited and worrying about the DNC and all this other kind of stuff, like Roderick said, it's like most people don't even know who their local prosecutor is, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't even know who their alderman or congressperson is and have a relationship with them. And I think we need to get to that because we're never taught that. We're taught that we're going to go with this. Ooh, we're going to go with the DNC. And what does Kamala got to say? I don't really give a shit about what Kamala got to say to a degree. Not when my local issues are just as important, if not more important. I keep telling y'all about them potholes. Y'all remember that last car? $400 a tire every time I hit a pothole. I couldn't call Kamala. I couldn't call Uncle Joe. But you know what I did do? I called the local dude. That's the alderman that hit my email talking about, I need $500 to come to my fundraiser. And you know, the potholes was fixed. You feel what I'm saying? That's the play.
Okay.
The last thing I say real quick, and I'm sorry, if anyone's worried that the Democrats won't deliver anything for us and we vote, what do we get if we don't vote? So
get 4 more years of Donald Trump. 4 more years. 4 more years.
So wait. So let me ask a question. Now, this really gonna piss off Maynard's
years
feelings.
Of the unemployment, you know what I'm saying, Ray, being the lowest in history.
Right,
Really?
Stock market is through the roof. And Maynard,
Through the roof.
honestly, can you tell me what has changed differently in your household between Barack Obama's presidency and Donald Trump? What has really changed in your household?
I don't know if Maynard, you can.
Mr. Spence, let me breathe on this one. Maynard, and let's not get with the emotional ups and downs that we get from the news media and Facebook and Instagram. Let's take all of that foolish shit out. The real reality, what has changed in your life, Maynard?
I'm not discussing my household. I can't. I take the fifth.
Okay, Spud.
You know what?
Realistically,
Nothing has really changed. But let me say this though. Let me say this. I think that let me say it like this. For many people, a lot of things have. A lot of things have changed.
we didn't say many people. I said your house.
I understand, but we are talking about, you know what I'm saying, people as a whole.
All right.
And we can have that conversation, but I'm asking the other two black people On
Nothing
this
is
podcast.
accurate.
But no, a lot has
nothing is
changed in my
accurate.
household. So this is step one.
Here we go. So wait. Now he done had a minute to rejigger a little bit. He done hit his homie at the DNC to come up with the talking point.
So you ask the question, and then when I start to answer it, now you got to come back with a whole
No,
extra.
because technically, if we were in a court of law, you pleaded the fifth. You don't really get to come back and say I changed my answer.
Reclaim my time.
No.
Reclaim my time.
You said I'm
You said
asking
you
it.
didn't
Then
wanna
you turn. Listen. So I've learned to become a 5th grade, now 6th grade teacher as a result under Donald Trump because what? My daughter can't go to school. We could have stopped. We could have done a lot to stop this virus, but no. Also, I realized that so much of what we have or don't have is because we had these tax cuts. Let us be clear. When we cut taxes, we cut our savings. So when a pandemic does occur like we're dealing with now, there's no money to help us do that. Or there's no money to help us through the idea that, oh, there's a hurricane that's going to smash Puerto Rico or whatever the case may be. I happen to live in a hurricane alley, if you will. We get hurricanes, they hit here very frequently. There's a lack of security as a result. And you might not really want to count this because it's not something that you feel like you see every day, but I can promise you, you do know this. This has been one of the hottest summers you've ever experienced in your life. My air conditioning bill's through the roof, but that doesn't mean that that's a good thing that I can pay it. The problem comes down to is what are we doing to our to the ecology, to the environment? That's an important thing. If you think that that's not in your household, your air quality is critical.
You're right. I got to pay my bill right now. I forgot all about that. Thank you, man. Go ahead.
I mean, I got 50 things I can say, but I ain't gonna say them.
Yeah,
but I understand. I mean, this whole listen. I'm on the Ice Cube train. I'm an Ice Cube fan, and I understand what Ice Cube is saying. That what I'm saying. Some of these things, it does not seem as if we are being, spoken to directly when it comes to black folks. I think that this is a backlash or something that I don't know, maybe we learned during Barack Obama where everybody was saying that he did nothing for black people. So now black folks are looking for a specific type of agenda. The one thing that I like what Ice Cube is doing is that he wrote it out, he has a plan, he knows what that plan is, and he's trying to execute that plan. Rather than a lot of us was, basically just saying, we want this, we want reparations, we want this, we want that, we want this, right? Without any agenda. So I do appreciate that. At the end of the day, this is just my opinion. Going back to, to Lamar's point. It don't matter who's in office. It don't matter who's the president. A lot of this stuff is going to be on us, right? It's going to be a lot of this stuff is going to be how we actually work together, how we start our own businesses, how we start to collectively get our own funding, and I know that the government part of it, has some redlining in it, but a lot of this stuff is going to start from the grassroots level, where we start to take advantage of our own communities and our own things in order for us to be able to see a different, change. Because without it, it's not even going to change. Because this was kind of a little bit of my rant. I'm sorry. And then I will go into, Lamont and his feelings. We're driving down the street, and we drive by, sushi spots, and we drive by Chinese restaurants and, all this other stuff. I say to my wife, how many times have you seen Chinese people, Asian people, white people? How many times have you seen, Lamont, Asian people up in Barbara and Connie's? Do you? There is oh my God, what's the name of that joint in Hampton, Maynard? Black-owned restaurant.
Blues Alley?
No, it's a breakfast joint. Mango something?
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mangoes.
How many times you see Asian people, white people up in that joint?
I don't go there. I don't know. It's on the other side of the water. But I do, listen.
You get my point. I mean, how many, these things, but we're the ones. But we are the ones. We will go to a sushi restaurant. We will go out to Somerset and spend our money. Those people don't come to our neighborhood and spend our money and spend their money with us. They don't go to, 7 miles to, the Avenue of Fashion. They're not going and, spending money with us. I don't understand why we continue to spend our money where we are not welcome or where people are not, supporting. See a lot of people doing this, oh yeah, this company is supporting the Black-owned business and supporting the Black Lives Matter and all this other stuff. But you don't see them hanging out. That was my rant.
So,
go ahead.
Can we shout out Moby real quick?
How many times you seen Asian people in Yoshi?
No,
Asian restaurant.
No, let me shout out Moby real quick. And I meant to call him or text him or tweet or chirp. But I went to that Moshi on Evergreen or whatever it is, and he did his thing. I said to myself, "This is a black man that's doing that. What kind of food is that, man? I mean, Spud, is it Japanese or whatever it is?"
Pachi.
I said this was really good. So a black man, and I made my point to go in there. Now it was a little high when I got that bill because I had to take care of a few people, but Moby taking care of everything.
But you said, oh my God, we got a black man, got an Asian restaurant.
Yes,
and you don't give no props to a white. How many? You see a white man with a soul food restaurant with a fried chicken joint and greens, collard greens.
Just on the Food Network. Just on the Food Network. That's it.
It's on the Food. Go ahead, man, and we'll move on.
No, I'm good. I ain't had nothing. I had nothing else.
All right, let's see why Lamont is in his feelings. Lamont, why are you in your feelings this week, my man?
Well, actually, I'm just in my feelings, man, because we all here together. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing negative.
That should not be a problem. I was about to say that.
But that's let me finish. Let me finish. And I posted this on my Instagram today as I had to go to the city and take care of a couple of stations and blah, blah, blah. And I said to myself, you know what? We are bombarded on a daily basis with negativity, whether it be from our news, from our social media. Everybody is always an issue, COVID. And I said to myself, man, the new thing is we didn't figure out how do we find the happy? You know what I'm saying? Because there's some happiness in everything. You know what I mean? We spend a lot of time on this podcast talking about, politics and hip hop and other, things of that nature, man. We just got to keep the happy, man. We got to find the happy. So I'm in my feelings, and hopefully, we can figure out how do we spread that energy as well. Because if we want to take this on a spiritual level, it's a lot of demons out here fighting, man. They fighting to kill us in a lot of different ways. Maynard is looking crazy, but this might not be for you. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of just trying to, beat you down with negativity, and we just got to find the happy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we are alive, and many people are not. And I'm in my feelings about finding some happy, bro. That's all I got.
Payne, you right about the Arabs. They got and the Chaldeans in Detroit. Chaldeans,
but it's a black lady. Ain't the black lady in there subcontracting though? The food?
No.
Oh, they cooking it?
The black people in those joints? No. They cash. They lottery. They do the lottery. You come get the lottery, and that's it. Other than that, ain't no subcontracting. So anyways, listen, if you are watching us on Facebook Live, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Share this episode with your friends right now. Let them know we are live, having a conversation. 3 Black Guys with the Mic. Make sure you go to, if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you follow us on SoundCloud. Go to soundcloud.com/3 Black Guys with the Mic. Rate and review us on iTunes. Let's go to Care or Don't Care. Maynard, your favorite girl, MC Lyte, getting a divorce. You care or no?
I care. First off, let me say this. Lyte, if you out here swiping left and swipe right,
what?
You swipe on your boy?
Swipe right. What are you? Listen, first of all, here's what I need you to do. I need you to go to Google, and I need you to get yourself some Instagram lingo. That ain't it.
She meant to do it on Match.com.
No.
Where'd she meet him at?
No. Lamont.
She met him on Match.com.
Care or don't care?
Hey, man, we wish Lyte the best, but I don't care.
You don't care?
No.
Jeez.
I just need to make sure Lyte is doing them voiceovers so when the BET Awards come back, she can say, brought to you by Coca-Cola. That's what I need you for. You know what I'm saying?
We got to do first battle, Brandy versus Monica. Lamont, I know you got to care about that. Care or don't care?
I'm caring. I'm Team Brandy, hands down. Who wants to smoke?
Oh my God! Wait a minute. 4 weeks ago, you wasn't even on the versus train.
No. But see, this one. Here's the deal. And I got a little pivot. I need them to do. We need to figure out how do they pick.
Man. Must be a check.
Yeah, shh, don't tell nobody.
Is there a Brandy project out there?
Oh, actually, it just came out. Make sure you stream that new Brandy project on all streaming platforms.
Lamont, can I get some side work or something on this? Because I just said last week that I said 2 weeks ago I had a crush on Brandy.
I know, but let's be respectful, my brother. That's,
I still got a crush on her.
Let's just keep that at a distance. But all I'm saying is that, I really like Monica. Monica has been in all our lives for many, many years, but hands down, pound for pound, Brandy got better records. She got bigger records, better produced records. And Dallas, also, we love you, my guy, but nah, not over Rodney Jerkins, hands down. Stop.
Maynard, care or don't care?
I care. You know, I got a crush on Brandy, so you know I love her. But
now, well, wait a minute, you didn't went from MC Lyte to Brandy now. So come on,
I'm just saying I know that. I'm saying I know that Lyte is out. It was Match.com. You up
with an OnlyFans account.
Lyte did meet her dude on Match.com. That's where she met him. So I'm just curious. But Brandy, Monica, I'm gonna have to go with Monica.
Stop it. Her records wasn't that. And again, she had bangers for us, but just overall, a bigger artist, a bigger platform.
I gotta agree with Maynard, man.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
Listen, there's not right now, if you, and again, I'm just going by the barometer of nightlife. If you talk about the barometer of nightlife, there is not one record that you can think of that you will play in the club that has Brandy's name on it.
So are we saying, so we shouldn't call it a versus battle of catalog to catalog? We should call this what records bang in the club. If we're going to play that game, then let's do that.
I mean, I can think about right now. I mean, I can't think in my mind. I can think about Best Friend. I can think about what's Brandy's first joint?
Down With You or
whatever.
Broken Hearted,
Angel in Disguise.
She got bigger smashes, bro. I mean, we're not gonna play this game. I'm just telling you.
What's the one with Kanye? She got one with Kanye. Okay, so that's 6. Brandy, One of Them Days.
you talking about Monica, One of Them Days.
Monica, I'm sorry. One of Them Days. First Night. The new joint.
First Night was big. First Night was big.
Joint. Whatever the new joint is. What was the very first one with the LL Cool J sample?
That was Just One of Them Things. Just One of Them Days.
Yeah. Well, she had the white shoes on. The white shoes.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the one with the LL Cool J joint. Yeah.
No, I think I'm rocking out with Monica. Monica just got more swag and
I'm saying, man, and
vibe.
And when it and the vocals, Monica's vocals are superior.
Brandy's Moesha, dog. It's Moesha. Not hot. Tim Norman from Welcome to Sweetie Pies.
Oh, wait. I'm back for that. I'm back for this nigga. This nigga. We out here trying to sell these sweet potatoes and these yam dinners, and he out here thinking he's Michael Corleone.
What is he doing?
Yo, he's a murderer.
He's a murderer.
He's out here murdering the game.
And you know who I feel really bad for? And I told it to my wife. I feel bad for Nelly. You know why? Nelly is sitting at home with his girlfriend, right? They in the pool. They on Instagram taking pics.
TikTok.
And I guess the producer that sold Tim the policy was like one of the little side producers. And the first thing in the headline, it was like, Nelly producer such and such. And Nelly sitting at home like, yo, dog, I ain't seen dude in 25 years. What do this got to do with me?
I mean, I feel bad for his mom. I mean, like, his mom, Miss Robbie, like,
yeah, like.
This is a bad look, man. Bad look for you, Tim. I mean.
So the story goes, right, for whatever reason, this young man, Tim's cousin, Miss Robbie's nephew, was living in Texas, I believe, and was having trouble in school or, kind of going through a rough spot. She moves him up to St. Louis. He gets himself together. He graduates from high school. For some reason, now Tim is, blown through a bunch of money, and he takes out a $500,000 roughly insurance policy, $450,000.
480,000 or something like that.
450, 480, something like that. insurance policy, contacts a stripper in Tennessee using burner phones, sets him up, he's murdered, and then he trying to collect the money, but he couldn't answer some of the questions. And so now, not only did he get caught, but he never even collected a thin dime on it. So he couldn't even have that one wild out weekend on like, oh, I got $450. Let me go ahead and wild out for a weekend. No, he going to prison. And
so Maynard, you tooted your lips up a minute ago, but I told you it's some demonic shit out here, bro. You see his picture, the way he was smiling, his mugshot. He was chilling like
he's a clown.
I did it.
But he knows what. But this, first of all, he's always been kind of a buster, right? I mean, my man got wild hips and his thighs rub and
wait a minute,
all kinds of weirdness. He ain't never had a right haircut.
What does that have to do with it? He's born like that, homie.
He got wild hips. How do you know, Maynard?
Yo, you seen that dude? Come on, my dude. You see that craziness?
Yo.
You see this? My man is shaped
time
like
for
a bowling
EVO
pin.
break or something? Can we go to commercial?
Anyways, let's move on. Kellyanne Conway's out of there, gone, stepping down, moving on from the White House. Does anybody really even care? Man, do you care? Kellyanne ain't not there?
I'm a miss Smitty Ann Conway. I love Smitty Ann. And she's, listen, let me tell you something. Kellyanne Conway is from Monmouth County, New Jersey. Grew up in Camden and Monmouth. And she outperformed everybody from Camden, because Camden is not the kind of place where a white girl from the other side of the tracks goes to work in the White House. So shout out to her on that. Otherwise, Smitty Ann, you know you have a multiple-time Cactus Award winner, so you know there's some cactus in your future.
Lamont?
She's going back to Alpine, bro. She'll be at the Whole Foods off Route 4 in a couple of days. So I'll say what up. What up?
Pharrell and Jay-Z, the new joint, Entrepreneur. Hot? Not hot? Pump it or dump it? Diss it or kiss it?
Boo, boo. Can we get some effects, man? Boo, boo, boo.
Not hot?
That new Nas album is banging.
Nas.
We didn't say Nas. We said Pharrell and Jay-Z.
That's the you recognize the pivot, don't you?
No, like Danielle said, are you thinking about hips? Is that what you're doing? You focus?
My man got the wild
hip.
hip.
Man has hips.
Okay.
And touchy thighs.
Nas album?
Huh?
You not feeling Nas album, Lamont?
Oh, no. Be clear. Now, let's keep it 1,000. It's not. It's good. Let me just leave. Let me just be careful. You know what I'm saying?
You jump on the Nas album yet, Spud?
Yeah. King's Disease is hot.
It's
nuts.
Not,
but let's be wait. It's not life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high. It's not. Huh? No, but some people were saying like, Lamar, this is better than that. I'm like, be careful. You can't mess with that. You know what I'm saying? Is it good? Absolutely. Is it a breath of fresh air? Because anytime you eat garbage food and you've had so much of it and you taste, a real vegetable or some real fruit and you're like, oh, this is good. You know what I'm saying? So it is. I mean, if I'm 1 to 10, I'm strong 8.5. You feel what I'm saying? He's there. I got that.
I'll say this. I'm very happy with it. I love the album. I think it's good. I think it's amazing. And it's definitely significantly better than the joint he did in 18 with Kanye, because the beats that Kanye brought, those beats are for somebody else. They're not for a Nas. So this is where you need to be.
I agree with that. Welcome back, Nas. So when we talked about WAP, right?
We've discussed it.
Talked about WAP, and I want to get into a conversation real quick about protecting Black women and I guess where women are, in their freedom and sexuality and expressiveness and Megan Thee Stallion came out and said that Tory Lanez shot her, You know, the world wants for Tory Lanez to come out and speak and say his side of the story. And a lot of people had, you know what I'm saying, some negative things to say about, you know, Megan Thee Stallion and, you know, that whole thing. But I kind of want to, you know, let me just kind of go to the, as Lamont would say, let's park that there for a second.
Come on, because I'm getting ready to quote Tariq Nasheed, and I know Maynard, he do not like Tariq. Come on, Maynard. I mean, come on, Spud. Come on. Don't you let me get in there. Come on now.
Is it time for us to just accept women and their sexuality and who they are as women, or are we still in a pocket of being opinionated about how women express themselves? And let me just kind of, you know what I'm saying, preface this, because Maynard, when we talked about WAP, you kind of, you know what I'm saying, went into your narrative about, you know, the way that it makes you feel and the influence on your daughter and so forth and so on. And my question is that, is it time for us to move past that? I went to, and let me just say why I say this. I went to an event yesterday. It's a lot of man boys running around. It's a lot of man girls running around here. All right? It's a lot of boy girls running around this piece.
What's a man boy?
Say, a lot of man boys happening.
What's a man boy?
So it's a lot of girls out here that's dressing like boys and they want to be men and their pants are sagging. Some of these girls are sagging their pants more than the more than the dudes are. So girls got on sports bras. They're not wearing bras no more. There's no, there's lack of being feminine. They got the dreadlocks. They got the ball caps, and they walking around. They husky. It's a lot of man boys happening. I should not go to a swimming pool and see a woman with basketball shorts on.
You should.
I should not. I don't want to see that.
But that's how they. That's how they think.
Feels. That's
who she
is. So is it time for us to stop being judgmental and just accept them the way they are? And if we don't do that, are we not protecting black women?
In my opinion, no. Go ahead and give us your Tariq Nasheed, Lamont. I'm sorry.
No, I thought he was going in a different direction. Because I think this is a two-pronger here. Because I think protecting black women, I think it's something that we've always done. You know what I mean? In our community, and they're very different communities that are. No. Because I think this is a thing about layers.
How is protecting black women calling them bitches, hoes, slapping them? Is that protecting black women?
But again, and this is no disrespect, but
letting somebody pee on little girls.
But is that the norm, Maynard? I mean, we got Robin that did that. Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But is that the norm in our community?
Yes, that is happening. It's not. I wouldn't say it's the norm. What I would say is there are.
Whoa! That was contradictory.
Listen to what I'm saying, Lamont. Listen to what I'm saying. I would say that you would be surprised, and not just women, not girls, not just girls, but the number of black children who are being subjected to sexual abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, and we don't even. I dated a girl in high school, and I had no idea that she moved from aunt house to aunt house to aunt house, and I didn't know until I was like 27, 28 years old when I happened to run into her, and she was like, every time I moved to her aunt's house, whatever aunt boyfriend that was there, he was raping me. And it's happening to a lot of young ladies on a regular basis. We just don't know.
The society and the culture. I mean, the society and the culture, and let's just take hip hop music by itself. I mean, that in itself is not protective of black women.
It's not. And it's time, you know what? Here's the thing. We want certain things. We want We want keys to the throne. And then we have people in our culture, young ladies show up with asking for keys to the throne with 3 or 4 kids by 3 or 4 different men. None of the men have done any of the things necessary to be good fathers. And then they like, well, my credit is bad, or I'm chasing down 2 or 3 guys on child support, or I'm doing, and this is a whole thing. This is not how. So I'm not judging the women by themselves. We as men have to do a better job, and we have to expect more from each other. As yes, we need to judge. I'm tired of, you can't judge me. Only God can judge me. By the time you get the God to judge you, it's too late. You screwed up. You did already. We need to judge ourselves in real time and try to push each other to do better. And no, we're not protecting our women the way we should. We know this.
Curious, I was just curious because I'm like, well, dang, because I know we had that conversation, and yesterday I was just like, sheesh, a lot of men boys out here.
But haven't the men boys always been out there?
No.
Yeah, but it's out there.
No.
No. I mean,
it wasn't out there not like this. Our parents
see a woman who likes a woman. Okay, that's fine. And I think that you could, growing up or whatever, I'm sure you could kind of see who was a little, I think they call them butch, or not. But now, it's just, there's more young MA. Young MA is more manly than most men are. It's a lot of young MAs out there. And I like young MA. But it's a lot of young MAs out there.
New single on all streaming platforms. New single on all streaming platforms. Shout to Young and May.
And you see, young girls with the pants sagging.
Look,
and you can see their drawers.
Look, I don't like that. I don't have a problem with somebody deciding that this is kind of how they want to carry themselves in a space, right? Everybody did something in a space. I used to wear Sebagos or something stupid, whatever, in a space, in a moment in time. I think it is the dumbing down of our culture in general. And if a young lady is gay, that's her business. She want to be a lesbian, that's her business. I don't have no problem with that. If a young man wants to be gay, you know what? That's between them and the person that they happen to be in love with, and that's fine. I am tired of calling women bitches and hoes. I am tired of the constant disrespect of black people amongst black people. And we know that we're not protecting because not long after Kamala Harris got the nomination, I saw more black men coming for her throat than I saw anyone else. So you don't even have to be a bitch or a hoe or in the club. You could be a damn vice presidential candidate and achieve at the highest possible levels, and they come for you and call you a bitch, or they call you a phony hoe, or whatever they calling her, and that's not right.
Well, I'm going to take a quote from the great Candace Owens,
who got snubbed out of RNC, by the way.
Yeah, they told her, you better get your little black tail up out of here. But Candace said, and you know what? I think if you listen to any fool, you can definitely find some gems, and I'm a firm believer in that. You got to listen to everything. But Candace said one time on one of her podcasts is that what social media has shown her, and it showed me as well, is you can have 5 to 10 people say something or be in agreement, and all of a sudden then that's the norm. And I'm still going to stand on, I don't know what the number is. Maynard probably knows better than I do. Let's just say there are approximately 100 million black people in this country. Would you go with that, Maynard? Is that about a good number?
43 million.
So if it's 43 million, what percentage of that would something be like the norm? Like, if out of the 43 million, what percentage would it make for everybody to eat chicken in order for it to be the norm?
I don't know. I know this much.
So that's my point exactly.
So my question is, I don't know what it would make.
When we make statements of, the norm is that people are peeing on little kids in our community, I don't know if you tell me it's 43 million people, and yes, say it's 1,000, I don't know if that's the norm. You feel what I'm saying? Or even if it's 10,000, you kind of see where I'm going? of when we paint these brushes, when we talk about how we don't protect our women. If it's 43 million of us in this country, and a hot 250,000
no,
don't protect women,
the number. Let me
that's not the norm.
No, let me share this. In general, in America, 1 in 3 women are sexually assaulted. 1 in 5 are raped. Right? That's happening
is that
to black
all within our community and by someone in our community.
I don't care who I don't care where they're from. I don't care where they're from.
No. You are the statistician. You are the master's degree person in this podcast. I'm just asking. I want to get more information.
I don't know that answer. I don't know if that matters.
So you just have partial information. Gotcha. I'm with it.
I don't know if that matters.
Well, it does matter. In any situation of having the entire picture, I think it's very important. Because we ain't talking about the shooting in Wisconsin.
So you're saying that because it's a small percentage, that it's okay?
No. No. Maynard used the term the norm. And I'm
here you go. Lamont. Here, I found you some more information.
There you go.
35%.
This is twice. You had to text your buddy from the DNC to get your data. Come on now. We got to be better, Maynard.
Look, black women, you hear Lamont, he don't really care about y'all. 35% of 35%
again.
Lamont,
there's no way I didn't say that.
I'll give you the information so you can be better educated on this.
Right, but
Lamont,
can I
give you the information?
No, motherfucker, can you retract the statement?
No,
because
I'm
that
not.
was an utter lie. Are you gonna say that was a lie?
It's a lie.
No, it's not a lie. Here you go. You want to know what you want to Lamont.
Care about you. I didn't say that.
Lamont, this is how you understand what it is. 40 to 60% of black women report being subjected to coercive sexual contact by the time they turn age 18. 40 to 60%. Is that close enough to be in the norm? One in four black girls are sexually abused by the age of 18. Is that close enough? 1 in 5 report being raped. For every one woman reporting being raped, they estimate that 15 don't report.
Second of all, and we're still not going to let you not get past the point of you telling a lie about what you said about Lamont said this, and I didn't say that. So are you going to address that or no?
What did I say you said?
You said, Spud, you want to roll it back? Can you do that? About black women, are you listening to what Lamont said? And just because I'm asking a question, trying to get the full information, even with the statistic that you just quoted, where did the information come from? And just because someone is asking, that don't mean that they don't care. So where did that stat come from?
This came from the American Psychological Association.
Gotcha. Perfect. We've said on this podcast many times, sexual assault, beating women, doing things of that nature, we don't condone that at all. All three of us have said that. So again, we're just asking the question and what you consider to be the norm. If you're using those terms, that would be considered to be what one considered to be the norm, but that don't mean that it's right. So that's all I was asking. Just asking the question.
Okay, so let's say, because this is kind of how everything sparked.
Right.
Allegedly, Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. From Megan Thee Stallion's perspective, they got into an argument. They got out of the car. He shot her in the foot. From other people's perspective, they had an argument. He shot on the ground, and the bullet ricocheted, and it hit her foot. Regardless of whatever, she got shot. Mm-hmm. You're saying that if it was just that one incident, then it would have just been abnormal, so we don't need to protect black women.
That's not what I said. We didn't say that. No.
No, I'm asking. So
I think what I said and what I'll continue to say
between Robert and a girl, he peed on a 14-year-old girl, then that makes it abnormal because it doesn't fit into the normal category because that's a small percentage.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just live in a bubble. I just don't know if it's norm or of the norm in our community for people to be pointing guns at people's toes and shoot them in the foot. Does it happen? Yes. But is that the norm in our community? I don't know if I'm buying that.
It is normal because you said it on this podcast that grandmama used to, that granddaddy used to slap grandmama upside the head a couple times, right?
I didn't say that.
We out, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for listening to this episode of Three Black Guys with the Mic. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. on Facebook. Make sure you also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and follow us on YouTube and hit the subscribe button. Also the bell, so that way you can get new episodes. We do it every Monday at 7 p.m. Share this episode with your friends. Also, make sure you go to RuggedEVO.com. Use the promo code 3guys. That's 001. Get 10% off of your order. Have a fantastic week. Protect black women. Save yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Peace out.